You know, the runoff elections in Georgia for 2 U.S. Senate seats, well, they're historic on many levels, because it's rare that 2 Senate seats ever occur simultaneously because they're typically staggered with 2 or 4 years between them. This time it's due to 1 regular term ending for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler holding a seat by appointment from a previous resignation. But beyond the 2 seats coming up together, this election will determine the balance of the Senate, and should Joe Biden prevail in the ever-counted votes in the presidential race, it would mean the balance of power for the entire U.S. government. Then the Democrats would own the White House, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. If Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Chuck Schumer, and Nancy Pelosi are given a gas pedal and no brakes, our heads will spin at the changes they're going to push on us. One thing, your taxes are going to go up because they truly believe they can spend your money better than you can. And it's only a matter of how much they think they can do. And don't listen to the nonsense that taxes will only go up for billionaires and millionaires because they boast about repealing the Trump tax cuts. Maybe they don't know or care that those Trump tax cuts actually gave the average American family an additional $6,000 a year due to either direct tax reductions, the reductions in red tape regulations, which means the lower cost of everything we buy, and also freeing up capital that businesses have used to increase wages and boost production and create new jobs. Now, if you're a gun owner, better be prepared to do as former President Obama suggested and cling to your guns and religion. Because some of the people Joe Biden proposes to place in cabinet positions are unabashedly hostile to the Second Amendment. If you're pro-life, as I am, be prepared for the worst ever assault on the lives of unborn babies. When Biden said he would appoint Xavier Becerra to be Health and Human Services Secretary, it sent chills down the spines of the entire pro-life community. Now, granted, Joe called his own appointee something like Baccarera instead of his real name, and he said that he would be head of the Health, Education, and Welfare, which, by the way, was a federal agency that was dissolved in 1979 when Jimmy Carter was president 41 years ago. Watch this.
And I'm grateful to the members of my COVID team that I'd like to introduce to you now, who will lead the way. I'm really proud of this group. For Secretary of Health and Education Services, I nominated Javier Baccarera. Javier Becerra, excuse me.
He didn't even know the guys. He's so proud of them, but he doesn't know who they are. Hey, if you think we ought to stand up to the Chinese communists, you are in for a rude awakening if this next administration takes power. Will Joe send his billion-dollar boy child to be ambassador? If he does, he'll have to get a new laptop, I guess, that's for sure. And will we our audience is just now getting that one, aren't they? Yeah. A little slow on the uptake, but they're finally coming around. Will we surrender our energy independence to China? Are we going to go back to using the FBI and the CIA to spy on the opposition party and persecute political enemies of the Democrats? And will we see more of the tyranny that tells us that we can't go to church or eat outdoors, but we can go to strip clubs, casinos, or riots? Really? The Georgia Senate races are no longer just about Georgia. They are about the future of the country and your future. And if Perdue and Loeffler don't win and keep the Senate in GOP hands, we might end up with a runaway train of out-of-control, big and expensive and expansive government. So if you live in Georgia, or if you know people who do, urge them to vote. Giving all the keys to the likes of Pelosi, Schumer, Biden, and Kamala is like giving a 14-year-old keys to a Corvette and a liquor cabinet. Not a good idea. I got one word, America: don't. Wait, don't click that button. Well, unless it was the subscribe button, and then carry on. And while you're down there, hit that little notification bell too. Oh, and if you leave a like and a comment, I will personally give my dog Toby a treat. Leave a like, feed a dog, as I always say.